I got the idea to do this video about 2 or 3 days ago. I'm gonna let you guys in on something about me. When I was a little, I used to have these ear infections, and they used to come back to back. Sometimes back to back, sometimes not at all. But as I got older, they stopped. So, I don't have them anymore. Usually they occur on with a sore throat, ears hurting, and blocked ears with a lot of earwax, because that's what used to build up in my ears when I was little. A lot of earwax because I wasn't cleaning my ears. But now as an adult, I don't have earaches anymore. I don't have sore throats anymore. And I'm very, very grateful. I'm thankful that that happened, and it's over with. Now, I wasn't aware that I could do this until, it didn't happen so often. Now, humans do have frequencies that they vibrate at, and it is possible to hear them. Most people would say that it's an ear infection or it's tinnitus, but if you know you don't have an ear infection and you know you don't have tinnitus, then you can hear your own frequency. And what a frequency is, you hear it like you hear ringing in your ears. If you hear ringing in your ears, that is your frequency. And the ringing in your ears can change frequency. It can change high to low, depending on the frequency that you are in. A frequency is what it is. If you know the basic definition of a frequency, you got what a frequency is. But for those of you that do not know what a frequency is just, a sound that creates waves in the air, and you can hear it when it waves or when it doesn't wave. So, humans can hear it. And I wasn't aware that I could hear my own frequency until it happened to me about 2 or 3 days ago. And what I was doing was I was washing dishes, and I started to think. Then I said, my mind needs to be clear. Oh, back to where I was. So I was like, I need to not think anymore. I don't want to think anymore. So what I did was I shut my mind off. I shut my thoughts off, and then I just started doing dishes. I started not thinking. And then I could actually hear my frequency of where I was vibrating at, or where my frequency was. And usually my frequency is high, but this time it was a little low, and I only heard it for a minimum of 2 seconds. 2 seconds, that's all I heard. So I'm going to tell you how you can hear your own frequency and know the frequency at which you vibrate at. And I know it'd be cool, but some people, they probably don't believe this. Some people, they do, and they want to hear it. So I'm going to tell you, you can hear your frequency too. You just have to know how to do it. And it's very, very simple. It's very, very simple. So let me go ahead and tell you how to hear your own frequency. And you can follow along in these steps, or you can do it after, you get done in this video. So, like meditation, like everything, you can have a quiet space if you want to. You don't necessarily have to. It just can't be loud, like screaming kids in the background or blaring TV. It has to be kind of quiet, kind of, not so chaotic in your household. And what you have to do first is you have to, you can either choose to sit down or do dishes. Please don't drive while doing this because it is kind of a distraction and you don't want distractions. It'll be terrifying. But this is really what you do. You cut off all your thoughts and you focus on what you're doing, whether it's washing dishes or sitting down. You focus on that and then you let go. You kind of zone out into outer space without thinking, but only do it a little bit. If you want to do it totally to hear your full frequency, then go ahead and do it. Just make sure you're either sitting down or you're just not watching TV or watching something boring. Make sure you're watching something boring that'll make you zone out. That's the best way to do it. And then once you are zoned out, be quiet, stay quiet, and listen. Listen for your frequency. And once you hear it, you'll be able to hear the tone of your frequency, not the note, but at least the tone of your frequency. And you can tell if you're in a high state or in a low state. Now, this is very, very cool because this is what you want to pay attention to. Your frequency is what you vibrate at. Y'all see what I'm saying? Your vibration, your frequency wants to be at a higher level than a lower level because lower level attracts negative energy and higher level attract higher energy, and you want higher positive energy, not lower negative energy. And once you start doing that more often, if you have the ability or if you want to, you should be able to, probably do some crazy cool stuff. I haven't experimented that far with this. And like I said, or if I haven't said it already, I don't know if I have said it. I used to be able to do this a lot. But there's always a disclaimer with anything. Make sure you do not have an ear infection because you don't want to, confuse these frequencies, these ringing sounds in your ears with, it being an ear infection or it being tinnitus because, that's something you don't want and you're mistaking it for, and you can live with it, and it can cause pretty damaging things to your ears apparently. So go get checked by a doctor to see if you have an ear infection. If you know you don't, then congratulations, you can hear your own frequency without even knowing it. And it's pretty cool. I used to do this sometimes. I used to always doing it. I don't know why, but I always did this when I was doing dishes. It's always when I was doing dishes. It always seemed to happen. I don't know. I guess because I was sticking my hands in the water and the water would feel warm and the warmth of the water would just put me in a calm space. But if you do try it out. Let me know how it goes and let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe.